He could come up to the front.
Wait till 6 o'clock so that everyone can get here. Awards tonight, right? Yes. Just gonna wait till 6 o'clock to start.
On the side, top of the. All right, open session is called to order at 6 p.m. 9.0, Pledge of Allegiance. If everyone would please rise, flag is right here. Salute, flag.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, 10.0, report from closed session. There is nothing to report out from closed session. 11.0, approval of agenda.
I make motion to approve the agenda.
I'll second that.
All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? 12.0, presentation, students and staff.
So first, my name is Gina Murphy. I am the principal at the primary school. And tonight, we are going to recognize going to start with Rocio Parkinson. Rocio, if you can. So we send out a survey before the board meeting each month, and colleagues nominate their coworkers to be recognized, and then that coworker nominates students to be recognized. And so this evening, we're going to start with Rocio. She is a secretary at the primary school. Rocio, and here's what some of her colleagues have to say. Rocio is truly part of the heart of our school, the office. She is attentive to detail and consistently strives for excellence in everything she does. Rocio thoughtfully reflects on processes and procedures, always looking for ways to make our systems more efficient and effective. Each day she provides staff with a bulletin filled not only with important information, but also words of encouragement that uplift and unite our team. Rocio is a strong advocate for students and families in need, ensuring they feel seen, supported, and valued. Her meticulous attention to detail allows her to follow through and meet critical timelines with ease. Rocio brings a wealth of knowledge and experience to the table and has shown remarkable dedication in mastering our ARIES system. She continues to explore new ways to use it to improve and streamline operations across the whole district. Rocio is a natural problem solver, persistent, resourceful, and committed to finding solutions. When faced with a challenge, she draws upon every available resource until she figures it out. Her professionalism, heart, and determination make her an invaluable part of our Happy Valley.
I'm not sure if Braylyn McLean is here. I don't think she is, but I still want to recognize her. So Braylyn, she is being recognized today for her perfect attendance so far this year. She's done such an outstanding job. Her dedication to being school on time every day shows she worked really, really hard, and her growth is just amazing. So I want to make sure we recognize her. Some staff is here. Please give a good shout out for Lucy.
The next person I would like to recognize is Matt Roach. Matt Roach is a second grade teacher at the primary, and I am delighted to recognize him for his ongoing dedication, growth, and unwavering commitment to staff and student success. And here's what some of his colleagues had to say about him. Matt has cultivated a strong relationship with his students. They show up at his door before school simply to connect with him, proof of the trust and warmth he brings to the classroom each day. Matt is continuing to branch out and connect with new staff on our team. In the past 2 years, Matt has also taken on the important role of supporting new team members. He's gone above and beyond, stepping outside his own responsibilities, investing time and energy into planning, mentoring, and discovering the best ways to support both his students and his colleagues. Matt is a steady, grounding force within our school community. His calm demeanor, professionalism, and reflective approach create an environment where students feel safe to take risks and develop into independent problem solvers.
All right. I'd like to call up Harper Cummings. All right, Harper, as you can see, Harper's super cute. Just one of the nicest kids in my class. I picked her because of reading. She just reads all the time. Her commitment to reading is awesome. She's always got a book in her hand. She's always walking around reading. She helps other people with their art tests. If they're stuck on something. She's just an awesome kid. When kids are done with work, they get to do the maybes, right? It's usually kind of a game. with some work attached to it, but mostly a game. And she comes up, she's like, I do more Lexia. And I'm like, what? More Lexia? Okay, go ahead, more Lexia, whatever. And she just wants to continue that pursuit of reading. I think it's awesome. We'll go ahead. Okay. And one more, way in the back, Banyan. Come on, Banyan, turn. Banyan is another awesome kid in my class. He just has the most positive attitude every day. He's smiling. He spreads that attitude around to everyone, that positivity. He's one of the few kids in second grade that asks me how I'm doing. Mr. Roach, how are you doing? How's your day? And sometimes he asks me and I'm kind of having a bad day, and I think he knows that. How you doing, Mr. Roach? Looking at me, I'm like, actually, I'm feeling pretty good now, Banyan. I just really appreciate him and his hard work. This awesome kid. Thanks, Banyan.
All right, good evening. My name is Chris Nelson. Those that don't know me, I'm the principal here at the elementary school. I have some awards to pass out as well. The first goes to Mr. James Price. So it says, James worked hard throughout the summer in triple-digit heat to maintain our school garden. He shares his love of geology and ancient history and other subjects with students through engaging activities and projects. He has started a new agricultural studies elective, and he just finished coaching our Happy Valley soccer team through another successful season. His creativity inspires our students, and we thank him for his dedication and commitment. If I just add a few things, Mr. Price, he's like many of our teachers here. He's here before the sun comes up. He's met with me at 6:30 in the morning to talk strategy on facilities and with Robin Berry. He's here after soccer practice, late in the evening, super dedicated. A lot of people don't know, I used to hate salad. I wouldn't touch a salad. But his vegetables that he's grown and started bringing to the staff room has helped me literally turn over a new leaf. And so I'm a salad eater now. And he is actually an amazing chef. He contributes to our staff potlucks and makes it an event to hold. So just real asset. Thank you very much.
This is for Juan Soto Patino. Juan is a great guy. When you get to middle school level, it's rare to see a kid smile just because they're a happy person. Juan has this good smile on his face most days, and when it's not there, he's deep in thought working on something. So, it's good to see. I really appreciate Juan's presence in the classroom. He helps other kids. He sometimes helps me. He's quick to volunteer, to pass out papers. He does things with a joyous heart. And so he's a good, solid young man and a real example to others. And I just want to read what I wrote here. Juan is a young man with a brilliant mind and a very well-mannered heart. Juan's smiling disposition helps to put others at ease, and his clear, bright eyes are welcoming to students, demonstrating respect and responsibility. Juan is a help to students trying to figure things out, and he sets the example for problem solving. Juan is a true Happy Valley treasure for the student body.
All right, and then next I'd like to invite up Mr. Larry Guzman. All right. Mr. Larry is a great example of Viking pride. He shows up early, he stays after hours, and he puts his all into making our school a great place to be. He is continually finding ways to improve our campus, and he is always going out of his way to support our students. His professionalism, work ethic, positive relationships, and service are truly a Viking treasure. Yeah, and I couldn't agree with that more. When I found out Larry was going to be joining us at our campus this year, I just felt like I had received the greatest gift in the world. Our whole maintenance team, if you notice, our campus has really put in a lot of work over the summer. But Larry, every single day, keeps finding ways to make things a little bit better. And it's not just the facilities, it's the kids. You know, he's connecting with the kids and finding ways to make their lives a little better and a little brighter. And it's not just here at school. He's finding them over at West Valley or outside in the community and finding ways to support them off campus too. Just a truly great example of Viking pride. Super glad to have him here, part of our school and our district. Thank you very much. And we would only do this for Mr. Larry, but he, rather than picking a student, he couldn't pick a single student. He said they're all so wonderful. So we're going to have to find a way to honor all of our students in honor of Mr. Larry. So, thank you.
Thank you very much. Okay, for anyone who is just here for the awards and presentations, that part is over. If you're wanting to stay for the board meeting, then great. We're going to move on right now. 13.0, information discussion items, updates, community events, and staff announcements. 13.1, community staff district, suggests 2-minute maximum per presenter. A, community. Any updates from the community? All right, E, certificated staff. C, classified staff. D, board members.
I have something I would like to share. I would like to address the ongoing situation with negative posts about the Happy Valley School District and its staff on social media. This isn't only in regards to the most recent incidents. I'm referring to posts that go back months. While I respect Mr. Hancock's right to free speech, I want to make it very clear that his opinions do not represent the views of the entire board. His views are his and his alone, and they do not reflect how I feel as a trustee or how I believe this district should be represented. I truly wish he would use his platform to help unite our district rather than divide it. More than once, when concerns or disagreements have come up, instead of addressing them directly with the people involved, he has chosen to post about them online. That approach only breeds frustration and mistrust. Mr. Hancock recently said we seem to spend more time talking about what community members say online than about fixing the real problems in the district, and I actually agree with this. We spend far too much time discussing what a board member posts online. I think it's time to stop giving that negativity our attention. I want the staff of Happy Valley to know that I am forever grateful for their dedication to serve our schools. From our teachers and administrators to our support staff and coaches, they have dedicated their lives to the betterment of our kids. Do they always get everything right? Of course not. They're human. But I truly believe that our staff shows up every single day to do their best for our kids, leading with integrity. They care deeply and work tirelessly, often without recognition. To me, that's what this district is about. People who love this community and give their all for its children. And I want them to know that they have my full support and appreciation.
we might also have something if they're there. As a school board member, a nurse, and a mother of 3 children that were all 3 in the district but now want to move on to high school, I want to speak tonight from a place of deep concern and genuine care for our community. In recent weeks, and even farther back, one of our board members, as well as what I can only assume to be one of his friends, have been making public posts that have caused confusion, fear, and division in our community. These posts make serious accusations. Statements like this can erode trust and confidence in our schools, and they distract from the real work we are here to do, supporting the children and families in our district. Social media can be a powerful tool when it's used responsibly, but in the wrong hands, it becomes a weapon. Spreading misinformation, fueling hostility, fear-mongering, and creating unnecessary panic in a community that deserves trust and stability for our children. As public officials, we have a duty, an appointed duty, to model integrity, face to face and online, calmly and with good judgment, especially in moments of disagreement as role models for our children. Also, I want to reassure our community that any concerns or complaints brought forward to us in the proper manner are listened to, cared about, considered, and handled lawfully. I want to make sure everyone hears that. We take our job seriously. This process does take time, but it ensures accountability and it upholds the integrity of our district. I want to take a moment to express my deepest gratitude to our staff and educators. They continue to show professionalism, patience, and grace through these difficult times that take strength. Good job. Thank you for showing up for our kids. I've seen many do this off script and again. Please don't be because of this. My kids need you. And we do care. Okay? You guys have helped shape not only the lives of countless students, but my own children. I will forever be grateful and grateful for that. More than anything, our responsibility is to the children, their safety, their education, their sense of belonging, their pride for their community. Every decision we make, every word we speak, should be grounded in their well-being and their future, not ours. Thank you.
I do not have anything as prepared as those two. Welcome, Jill. Thank you. I want to say though that the way we started our meeting with our presentations to the staff and the students, that I just want to remind you guys that is why we are here. We have amazing staff, amazing students, and families. This is a very close-knit community. I've lived out here almost the entirety of my life. I went to school here, my brother did, I have cousins come through here. My own children are now in high school, with the exception of my toddler that is not yet old enough to attend school. My stepchildren have attended school here. And there has been ups and downs, but one thing is the school is a community and we always stick together and everyone always has the children's best interest at heart. That is what a good school does. And then on a side note, I am one of the community leaders for the Happy Valley Courage Club. And we have our second meeting of the month next Monday at the Happy Valley Community Center at 7 p.m. If those of you are interested, you can either reach out to me or come join us to find out more.
I didn't have anything prepared to say. For those of you that read the previous board meetings, I'm sure my sentiments pretty much echo what Nick had said tonight previously multiple times. I also support our staff and our administration. Primary site update. Before we went to the primary site update, one of our students who was going to be recognized was able to just came to the room. So I want to be able to make sure that we recognize that student. So we can step back and give some recognition to a well-deserved student.
Everybody, you showing it, Mary? I do attend at school. I really often. And what I have loved this year is I will see her in the morning. She is not tardy. She is in class on time every day. You in school every day, not tardy. No time. I'm so proud of you. Your dedication to doing this is so right. I just want you to realize that. Just continue what you're doing, Mark. Okay?
Okay, primary site updates.
We had an attendance popcorn party that went really well. Thank you, Sandy and Marcia, for coordinating and to the parents who came to help to shop popcorn. Miss Jessica taught the students how to play Foursquare at recess, and now they are all about it. Our recess coaches are finding ways to teach them at recess so they have more options when they are outside. Our pumpkin patch field trips are happening now. We had our first one today. And we do limit the size to the pumpkin to fit in their backpack so that they can take it home on the bus. National Walk to School Day was this morning. It was fun. We had a special surprise from Buzz, the HBPG, who was helping crosswalk, and the kids walked down the path from the cemetery to the school this morning.
All right, elementary site updates.
I'll go ahead and turn around. So like one of our board members said, it's important to focus on the positive as well. So I wanted to share a few positive things on my mind and some things happening in the school. First off, like others have already said, we have a great leader and just an amazing community, an amazing team of people here that treat this not as a job, not as even a profession, but a calling. We're making a difference in kiddos' lives. And I was super excited to get an email from Amy Barker. Some of you know her. She's an advisor to small school districts throughout Shasta County and even adjacent counties. She emailed me and was like, Chris, have you seen your English language arts scores from last year? And I had already presented to the board that our middle school math scores had gone up, and we were really excited. Our current 8th grade class last year, 7th graders, had gained 21% in proficiency in math, which was amazing. And so I took a look at the language arts numbers, and they were also really, really impressive. 4th grade, 15% gain in at or above standard. Our 5th grade did go down a little bit, 9%. Our 6th grade also went up by 15%, proficient at or above standard. And get this, 7th grade went up by 25%, and 8th grade went up by 26%. Super, super proud of those numbers. I mentioned Mrs. Human. I think there's a lot of people in here. I'm sure Miss Sanford, who is teaching 4th grade, Miss Baldwin and Miss Cowan, taught our middle school in those language arts classes. all of them super dedicated, worked really hard under some difficult circumstances last year to make that possible. So that's just a great example of the dedication of our team and the success that we're having. Attendance is another great area. There's a whole team of people that have been working on attendance. You know, here at the Happy Valley Elementary School, we're supported by the staff at the primary school, and they help us sharing best practices, helping us connect with families. We have Sandy Garcia, who's amazing, working with families, and she had, and of course on site here, I always give her a hard time. I need to give her credit. Miss Lindsay is phenomenal in terms of connecting with families and encouraging students to come to school. She does a lot that people probably don't even realize to make that happen. And then of course, we have an amazing teaching staff and classified staff that connect with kids, build relationships, and make them want to come to school. So I shared this, I don't know if I remembered if I shared this at the assembly or not. I talk a lot at assemblies, and sometimes I tune myself out, so I don't know if the kids are able to hang in with me. So Mrs. Garcia got the kids pumped up about an attendance party at the end of September. And so I wanted to share with you our attendance numbers for just the last week leading into that party. On Monday, we had 97.99% students in attendance, 98.8% on Tuesday. I'm going to skip Wednesday for a second. Thursday, 98.8% were present, and Friday, 97.59% were present. I wanted to come back to Wednesday. Wednesday, we had 99.6% attendance. That's one student that was absent. And so I'm thinking I might have to come up with a perfect attendance for the day award. Like if there's ever a day that we have 100% attendance, we have to celebrate it, because I have never seen that at any school that I've ever worked at. So a lot of people doing some incredible work there. In terms of character, we have, for those of you that don't know, our school counselor, Mrs. Lacey Carter, she's doing some really phenomenal work for our kiddos school-wide and in small groups and in individuals. And the early data on this year is showing that the things that she's doing for these kiddos is making a huge difference. Miss Darcy and I have so much fun working with kids on behavior. And again, the whole staff, and we have an amazing classified team that really, really are shaping kiddos, not just keeping the behaviors in line, but creating children of character that are going to be productive adults, and you see it. So really, really amazing things happening there. Our math and science team, our STEM team, is part of a math and science grant. They have, I don't know if they might speak to it later, but we've gotten some recognition from the county. They've come here, they've seen our new lab that was completely revamped. Again, our STEM teachers did this on their own time over breaks in summer. And they want to host classes here now and actually make it a host site to do demonstration lessons for other schools. So again, I could go on and on. Hopefully others might speak to some of these, but we had a great drive-through coffee event last week, over 65 coffee orders. Our Happy Valley volleyball tournament brought in almost $8,000. That's a record. And just the excitement, the enthusiasm, that Friday night, the gym was packed, and Saturday it was exciting too, but that Friday night, man, it was buzzing. People were really, really excited. Our student council is off and running. Spirit Week next week, middle school dance as well. Our PTO is doing amazing things. That'll have to be another speech. Really excited about what they're planning for the Harvest Festival, and they've already got ideas beyond that. And then, of course, we have our Red Ribbon Week coming up, and our 8th graders are going to get to go see Rocky Heron, 30-year DEA agent, one of the officers that busted El Chapo. It's going to teach them a little bit about drug prevention education. So that's it for me. Thank you.
with their approval of 25-26 adopted budget and health. 15.0, public comment. Public session items not on the agenda but within the jurisdiction of the body may be addressed at this time or submitted to the superintendent in writing for board consideration as an agenda item. Items not on the agenda are restricted in response and action by the board and its members. A 3-minute limit is set for each speaker on all items. The total time for public input on each item is 20 minutes. Government Code 54952. In order to prevent rights of all involved, complaints about employees should be addressed through the district complaint process. Speaking about a personnel issue at a board meeting may prevent the board from being able to act on it. Please see an administrator to initiate the complaint process. And before we start public comment, I read this earlier and it's to a smaller group, but we have a much larger group here, so I'm going to read this again. Good evening and welcome. Good evening, everyone, and welcome. As we move into our public comment period, I want to take a moment to emphasize the importance of respectful and productive dialogue. Public comment is a vital part of our democratic process, offering a space for community voices to be heard, share concerns, and offer solutions. Public comment is not for debating or question and answer sessions. Public comment is intended as a period for one-way communication to gather community input. The school board members respond to public comment by listening respectfully, acknowledging the input, and moving to the next speaker. According to our bylaw, board bylaw 9323, without taking action, board members or district staff members may briefly respond to statements made or questions posed by the public about items not appearing on the agenda. Additionally, on their own initiative, or in response to questions posed by the public, board members or staff members may ask a question for clarification, make a brief announcement, or make a brief report of their own activities. Government Code 549.54.2. To ensure we can all benefit from this valuable input, I ask that all speakers and attendees adhere to the following guidelines. Please stand at the podium and introduce yourself and address the board when you speak. Please use language that is inoffensive and appropriate for use in front of our students, staff, and other community members in attendance. Profanities and slurs are examples of language we request speakers refrain from using. Please allow each speaker to speak without interruptions from attendees. We ask to observe the time limit. The timer will sound at 3 minutes. We ask that at this time you wrap up your statements. This will allow an opportunity for all who wish to speak. My goal and the role of this board is to listen and consider all perspectives fairly. We are all here because we deeply care about our schools and our students. We must demonstrate that care by treating each other with the same respect we expect for ourselves. Thank you in advance for your cooperation and look forward to hearing your thoughts. So at this time, if you have any public comment, feel free to approach the podium. Oh, I'm sorry. 5.1, public comment session is now open. 5.2, items on the agenda. So if you have anything in public comment about an item on the agenda, now is the time to come up. Okay. Thank you for clarification. Nothing on the agenda. Okay, 5.3, items not on the agenda.
Hold on, Tim. I'm going to do this first. If that's okay. It's a mic? No? Hello?
As long as it's on green, it's on, she said.
Okay. I'll just sound off. Thank you for your time allowing me to speak. My name is Jeff Kuwahara. I have 3 children within the district. One goes to the primary school and 2 go to the elementary school. I'd like to address what I've come to realize is a grave disservice to our parents and students in Happy Valley Union School District. Josh Hancock, it has become blatantly obvious that you are not interested in serving as a representative of this community. You instead have an agenda that has become your top priority. Since becoming aware of the unfortunate scenario that took place at the Happy Valley Primary School last month, I came to an emergency board meeting to ask questions and seek information. I addressed you directly. I asked for a simple explanation of a post that you had authored on a social media platform that claimed the staff at the primary school was, quote unquote, actively covering up children being molested on campus. And instead of answering my questions, you took to social media and once again hid behind a computer screen and made baseless and false accusations by saying, quote unquote, board meeting accountability to the public is never a priority. And a board member will print out my post and have a community member ask me why I posted it at our next meeting. This is not only factually untrue, but it is undeniable evidence that you do not portray a realistic representation of what happens at these meetings. I looked you in the eyes when you would actually look at me. And I told you, as a voting community member, what you meant by the posts and accusations. I told you I would stand shoulder to shoulder with you and make sure those that you were accusing of such atrocities would be held accountable. And what was your answer, sir? To accuse me of being a pawn of the school board and school employees by insinuating I was there at the direction of your peers to read your own social media posts against you. You made claims of wanting to fix problems and protecting students by being honest. Well, I would like to know, and I'll ask you, what have you done since you've been voted onto this board? What have you brought to the table to fix these alleged problems with school staff and board members? What have you presented as a solution and proactive approach for the betterment of our school system and educators? I'll answer the question for you. You have brought nothing but false narrative and accusations that cause anger, distrust, and doubt upon our school administrators, staff, and board members. All of which I have seen multiple times with my own eyes put the kids in this community first. Our school system is not perfect. I too await answers to what happened at the Happy Valley Primary School. And as a community member, I will continue to strive to make sure if there were individuals responsible for neglect and potential sexual assault of a child, that they will be held accountable. But what I can say without any doubt is that you, Joshua Hancock, are not the answer. You are instead a large part of the problem. Your actions are not of a leader, but that of a coward. You count on the voices of like-minded people, half of which do not have children within the Happy Valley School District. You count on them to be loud, in fact, to be the loudest. I'm here today as a representative of the silent majority, but I guarantee you this, we will no longer be silent. We will no longer allow you to slander a good community, a good school staff, and good school board members. Your 15 minutes of chaos has expired, sir. The community has spoken and prepared a notice of intention to circulate recall petition of Josh Hancock. Notice of intention to circulate recall petition to Joshua Hancock. Pursuant to section 11020 California Elections Code, the undersigned registered qualified voters of Happy Valley Union School District in the state of California hereby notice that we are the proponents of a recall petition that will intend to seek your recall and removal of office from this office of school board member in Happy Valley School District. The grounds of recall as follows. Mr. Hancock has repeatedly displayed the behavior that is unbecoming of his position on the Happy Valley Union School Board. Such behavior includes slanderous statements directed towards multiple Happy Valley school employees posted on social media. Mr. Hancock has made one-sided accusations toward Happy Valley school teachers and aides and continuously posts inaccurate, defamatory information on social media outlets towards them. Mr. Hancock is an active Happy Valley School Board member and has failed to provide an unbiased service to his community as a public servant. Mr. Hancock himself remains silent during board meetings, fails to attend 8th grade graduations at Happy Valley Middle School, and has never addressed in person any of the staff members he claims has broken laws and violated student rights. Mr. Hancock instead requests public records from teachers and teachers' aides and posts their private text messages, conversations on social media. This type of behavior does not support our children's educational experience within our community and should no longer be tolerated. Therefore, the undersigned move to seek immediate recall and removal of Mr. Hancock from the Happy Valley School Board. Mr. Hancock, consider yourself served. My name is Jeff Kuwahara. My number is 707-494-1869. Feel free to give me a call anytime with any questions. I'll be happy to explain them to you. The remainder of the board, thank you very much for your time and allowing me to speak tonight. Gina, we are lucky to have you.
Good evening, I'm Tim Garman. I just want to start with this. The administration and entire staff are amazing. I don't know if you all realize this, what you have in Gina is amazing. She's a true leader. She has a gift with leadership. What she has to offer with special education, you guys are very blessed to have her. Very blessed to have her. My first child attended Happy Valley Primary School in 1996. All 5 of my children went K through 8th grade out here. For a few years, we lived out of the district. We still kept our kids here because we love the schools. We love the community and the togetherness that the school stood for, and they still stand for that. Happy Valley is home, and we love this community. As a member of this community, I can no longer sit idly by and let the school districts and this community get unfairly attacked. The half-truths that have been posted on social media have grown into outright lies without anyone correcting them. Social media has grown into an unfortunate place where individuals can post anonymously and create more hatred and division. The media is here this evening because of the half-truths and lies that have been told. I have a message for the media. Stop believing it. This is a great community. We love our community. We love our schools. Josh, I'm asking you directly, stop spreading the division. Stop spreading the hate. Because your personal grudges is not a place to air your personal grudges. Every child deserves a fair education, like I said earlier. There's a lot of underserved, underprivileged kids in this area who need public education. Not everybody has the opportunity to take their child to another school district. What you're doing to the school district is tearing it apart and making it harder for all those kids. I'm asking you to stop. So again, I'm speaking here again this evening to set the record straight. This is a great school and a great administration. The administration is handling things properly, and I thank you for that. In the Bible, James 3:8 says, "No human being can tame the tongue. It is a restless evil full of deadly poison." If any of you board members have been spreading poison, then you need to stop. You are not bigger than the organization you serve. You're supposed to lead, not tear down. Folks, it matters what we say, and it matters what we post on social media. What we write is an extension of our tongue. So I'm asking you to stop spewing the poison. In John 13:34, Jesus says this, "A new command I give you, love one another. As I have loved you, so you must love one another." I'm asking you to stop spreading the hatred and follow the commandment that Jesus gave us to start loving one another. Start building this place up and not tearing it down. So can we please just stop spewing the poison? Have a good evening, everyone, and God bless.
Good evening. My name is Colleen Wagaman. I'm speaking tonight as a concerned community member. I've had kids in our school district. We've had good times and bad times, just like every other parent, I'm sure. Everything I heard today sounds great as far as our direction that our school is going academically, scores, etc. I've worked at the school district with Gina in the after-school program. And the reason why I'm standing here tonight and the reason why I voted for Mr. Hancock is because this school district has a lot of bad problems as well. There's a reason why this gentleman was voted in. I'm not the only parent that's had problems with the school district, and I'm sure all the people checking out social media see some of the stories and things that have happened. Clearly, Mr. Hancock is not popular with his board or this staff, which are heavy in the crowd tonight. I did not vote for him because he's popular. I voted for him because we need a change. A change has been needed for quite some time. We have a low enrollment and a bad reputation. To make matters worse, most meetings, Mr. Hancock is constantly verbally attacked, not only here, but also online as well. I didn't even like Mr. Hancock. But when I found out what he stood for and how he was trying to change the district, I had to vote for him. And I'm trying to put some trust in this gentleman to try to change things up. I've been on board of directors. I know how hard it is to come in and try to change the way the board is doing business. I talk to newcomers all the time at my business. I ask them, do you have kids? Yeah. Oh, are you kids going out here? No, we're going to another school. Really? Why? Oh, I've heard bad things about this district. You guys, it's the pulse of the community. I hear these things. As to the current problem we have going on, I want the board of directors to step up and do some investigation. You represent this district, but you also include the parents and children of this district. Put yourself in their shoes if this was your child or your grandchild. It breaks my heart thinking about it. I haven't been able to sleep because one of my friends' children were affected. Teachers and staff are mandated reporters. I'm hoping that reports were made to the Sheriff's Department, law enforcement, and CPS. This is a very serious issue. Also, why weren't the parents informed? When did parents find out? I've heard so many stories from parents of victims. Start of school, September 5th, September 15th, September 21st. What day was it? Was it the day that the social media story got to the Reading newspaper and everybody knew, and then all of a sudden you guys had a special board meeting? You weren't honest with the parents. If the school administration had reported in a timely manner, I do not believe my friend's child would have been molested. Also, quit barraging victims' parents about bringing their child back to school, because it's not going to happen. It's not going to. They should not have to face an abuser that abused their child every day. I don't care how many teachers are watching this child. I couldn't do it. I can barely even drive by the school thinking this happened to my friend's child. You can't put the blame on a 4-year-old, and that's what you want this person to do. They're not going to do it. The blame lies with the staff that knew what was happening and didn't do anything. Trustworthiness, I'm looking at that up at the wall. Those children trust you. We drop our children off at school every day, trusting that they're going to be safe, and they weren't. I understand things happen, but things should have been handled a little bit differently. I've known the person in charge of the school for many years. I worked with her. I know her. I know a lot of people in this room. I know a lot of teachers in this room. Unfortunately, the school has a habit of employing friends of friends. Don't defend friends, defend and protect children. This community, its parents and its children deserve better, and we demand better. Please stand behind our parents and our children and make them feel safe. That's all I'm asking. Thank you.
Thanks, Colleen.
My name's Tim Martini. I got 3 kids. They go to school here. I agree with what she said. Change is good, and it needs to happen, but it has to happen the right way. There's a new narrative that freedom of speech is a blanket to do whatever you want. Mr. Hancock, do you agree with the cowards that go out in mass and block traffic, agitate, burn down Portland, incite fear in communities? Well, that's what you are. That's what you're doing. You post partial facts on social media. Parents are scared because they're saying their kids here, they don't know. You can't answer questions because it's under investigation, whatnot. I'm not even going to touch on that situation, that fragile, sensitive situation. I don't think this is the time or place. But what I do know is those people that do that, block roads, burn down towns, they're doing it for change, right? They're protesting for change. I don't know any one of them. I can't tell you a name of any one person that's done that had any change with anything, right? They're cowards is what they are. And they hide behind masks. They hide behind social media. They control the narrative by deleting comments that are against their narrative. I mean, it's getting to the point where it's like, it's a waste of a seat. If you're not doing anything productive, then why are you here? What was your goal when you said, you know what, I'm going to go for the board? What was your goal? Do you have an answer? I don't want to waste time. I'm just, you didn't have a goal, you just ran just to run? No? Maybe you should come next meeting in Zoom so you can talk. You like to talk on the computer a lot? It's ridiculous. Okay. Yeah. So my main thing here is have a backbone. If you want to make change, do the work. Because what you're doing now is you're aggravating everybody. Someone's going to step up and make right change, and then you're going to claim credit for it because you started all this aggravation. And it's like, just put in the work and make good change if that's what you truly want. And if you don't, step down. Because what you're doing right now is not helping anybody. Kids, adults, parents, teachers, board members. I mean, it's very obvious. There's a lot of people here. So I just urge you to do the right thing. Thank you.
Anybody else?
My name's Carrie Piazza. I'm a first grade teacher at the Happy Valley Primary, but I'm also a parent of a Happy Valley student. So I'm speaking to the board as both an employee and a parent. I'd like to address the board about expressing my concerns about the inappropriate and disrespectful comments made on social media that has been directed towards students, teachers, staff, principals, superintendent, and our community school. The employees of our school are here for one thing, and that is our students. We genuinely care about creating an environment where our students feel safe and loved so that they can learn. The recent event at the primary school has generated a lot of interest among people, especially those who frequent social media platforms. I'm appalled at some of the presumptuous and hateful comments that have been said. It makes me sad to read some of these comments that are made by people living and even running businesses within our small community. Our schools are an identity to our students and our families who live in our Happy Valley community. When people make comments about how terrible the Happy Valley schools are and how they never have been a good school, those words are harming the identity of the very students these people claim cannot be, that they're looking out for. I am ashamed of these comments, and they cannot be further from the truth. Our students and families should not have to defend the legitimacy of their school. They should not feel humiliated by a member of our Happy Valley community or schools. However, after reading through some of these arrogant comments, it occurred to me that the people who are making these comments either don't live in our community or they're not involved in our school community. They may be parents or family members of students or even serve in an elected capacity, but they are not actively involved at the primary school. The comments that do matter most are from the families and organizations and members of our community who are involved within the walls of our schools. They are the people who participate in our school functions or volunteer their time. They partner with our schools to build a stronger sense of community. In response to challenging situations, they don't try to invalidate and ridicule our schools. Rather, they show support to our schools, our students, and our staff. They try to build it up and not break it down. In regards to how our superintendent principal, Gina Murphy, has navigated this recent yet very fragile situation, she has faced unimaginable hate and criticism. In my opinion, as a staff member, she has handled it with the utmost professionalism. She has been transparent as the law possibly allows. She urgently enacted changes in procedures, staffing, and equipment to protect our students. She communicated what she was illegally allowed to with staff and families. As a parent, I have complete trust that my daughter's protected information will in fact be protected. Some people may call it sweeping it under the rug or concern of a staff and cover up, but they're not entitled to all those juicy details that they would love to know. They would also find great joy in hearing a student has been kicked out of our school. We're a public school and we have laws that we must follow. Gina has followed those laws to the best of our ability. I'd like to close by Thanking the board members, the families, our PTO, and members of our community who have shown support through positive words, kind acts, endorsements of the Happy Valley School staff's dedication to the well-being of all of our students. Your voices are louder than the noise of social media, and your trust and appreciation has lifted us through this really challenging time. I appreciate it. Sorry.
My name's Mike Baldwin. I am husband to Stacy Baldwin, who is a 7th grade teacher here at Happy Valley. I may not be a community member and I don't have kids here, but I feel like I'm a member of this community because I've been setting up classrooms for approximately 11 years. I'm going to be speaking to the board in general, but I think we know who I'm going to be speaking to. I implore the Happy Valley School Board members to refrain from posting publicly negative, inflammatory, untrue, and personally identifiable information regarding the school and their staff. Over the last several weeks, our country has had several incidents whereby innocent people have experienced violence towards them due to negative rhetoric that someone took as truth and decided to deal with it. It is amazing to me that with the environment we're currently living in, that anyone would continue this type of negative posting behavior as it presents a risk to the students, staff, and administration here at Happy Valley. Now, I know the typical comment to that is, well, that's not going to happen here. It's not going to happen here, right? This is Happy Valley, small town where people care about each other. Well, let me ask you, is that what they thought in Minneapolis? Is that what they thought in Texas? Is that what they thought at Feather River School in December 2024, right here in Northern California? If we've learned nothing, we must learn that this type of violence does not discriminate based on location. It can happen anywhere. And so I felt like I needed to bring this to the attention of the parents and the school board as a concern, as a husband of a staff member, that it makes me afraid when this type of rhetoric is put out online with negative consequences as a possibility. I implore this body to take seriously the threat that this type of behavior may incite and ensure that its members are following best practices for communicating concerns. To request time to converse about the concern, to seek to understand before judgment is levied, and to work collaboratively with the school to solve concerns without inciting hate. It is my understanding that a board member is to be an example to others regarding how to solve issues, not the people who are inciting chaos amidst those issues. Now, I trust that each one of you as school board members simply want to improve the learning environment for every student that calls Happy Valley their school home. I believe that you all want the same thing. I think we all do. But how you go about that is of the utmost importance. Let me just say that your children are watching. And what are they learning from you? Are they learning grace, cooperation, teamwork? Or are they learning hate, disagreement, opposition, and non-cooperation? Your children are watching, and it matters how you deal with concerns. Come back to the table. Have a conversation before posting of untrue information that incites hate. I want to finish by saying thank you to the board members for your support of the staff. I appreciate your support of my wife as she continues to serve the students as she has for many years. Thank you.
My name's Caitlin Patrick. I've been a member of the community for almost 20 years now. I am a supporter and voter of Josh, and I am not against you teachers. You are doing a job that I wouldn't want to do. I work at DMV, and I know that's a job that you guys don't want to do. I understand, and I get it. It's not easy dealing with children, dealing with people, dealing with community against you. And I respect what you guys do as teachers. That's not what I'm here to say. Josh was a thorn in the side of the water district for many, many years. And people thought he was being harassing, aggravative, agitative, trying to be the bad guy. Give it a few years and we learned the truth with the water district. We learned what was actually happening behind closed doors. I don't know what's going behind closed doors. And I'm not saying anything in regards to anybody. I'm not judging you guys. I don't know the circumstances. I'm just saying as a community member, Josh might sound like a thorn in the side, but there's got to be some kind of truth. His daughter has gone through her own issues within the school, and that's not my place to speak about it, and that's not my place to bring it up. That's why he's on the board doing what he does and causing a stir. And unfortunately, we need people to speak up and cause a stir.
Let me just, I know we're good. Okay.
Tammy Jacobs again, behavior coach at Happy Valley Primary. I want to actually continue on from that. The point is that we're instilling fear in people. And you're talking about rights of children, and I'm talking about stop exploiting children. We have a 4-year-old that's being exploited upon. We have other parents, teachers, everybody's out there, and it's going to create fear, and then we're going to have hostility, and then we're going to have action. And as we've already said, it's very scary out there. So every day we show up, we care, we love, we trust, they trust us. So stop instilling fear in these kiddos.
I want to talk about something that's really great. My husband went to school here. My husband knew mostly of you guys, and we're a part in the community. My name is Sarah Dwinell. Sorry, my husband was going to come, but he has baseball. I love this community. I know that we've had some adversity that we've had to overcome the last couple years. And I mean, as somebody who, like, I didn't grow up here. I grew up in town. I went to Buckeye. I went to Central Valley, and that had their own, you know, adversity that they had to overcome with school and rivals and stuff. But like, I know most of these people personally. I know most of their kids. We've played baseball together. Our kids have went to school. My kid's about to graduate from 8th grade with a lot of the kids that are here, their parents. I mean, but I'm just saying, like, you know, there has been a lot of, as somebody is like from the back, and I do read social media a lot, there is a lot of enticing and hate. And I feel like I see a lot of the negative, but I feel like I don't see a lot of the positive in what's going on in our community. I mean, my thing is, if we're having all these problems in the classrooms or on the playground, why don't we get cameras in the classroom? Why don't we update our camera system that's here at the school, or, you know, give things that are, you know, going to help our students? You know, my kids have had most of these teachers that have seen the complaints, or the staff members that have complaints that I literally are friends with, and not like just personally, like I've been friends with them forever. I've met most of these people along my way of being a new Happy Valley person. And like what's going on at the other school, you know, that's a big deal. But a lot of that has been written online. And a lot of the people that I do see, I would like to see that they actually do have kids go to the school, because I do see on social media that people create fake Facebook profiles, and they do, you know, bully people behind their backs. And I'm not saying it's anybody here, but kids, adults, celebrities. I mean, it happens. And so, you know, miscommunication is all over the place. And I just feel like my kids have went to the primary school. My husband went to the primary school. My husband went here. My kids went here. I have a toddler as well. And I just feel like we, instead of focusing on the negative. Let's protect our children and let's find a way instead of pointing fingers at everyone who did everything wrong because, you know, in everyone's eyes, you're never going to appease anybody. It's always going to be someone's fault. It's your fault. It's your fault. It's everyone's fault. So instead of pointing fingers, how do we come back as a community to keep our children safe? And let's focus on that because we're focusing on the wrong things here and we are enticing hate in our community because I see it all over the comments and we are enticing fear in our children. And what happened in the other school is super unfortunate and maybe it wasn't, you know, in everyone's eyes put out there and dealt with. You know, we're humans and we're now faced with this problem. So what are we going to do to fix that and keep our children safe? You know, giving them a cell phone isn't going to fix the problem. That, you know, we already have our kids and the cell phone issues. Like, you know, I don't know, protect our children, but also our staff and our community are the backbone of everything. So I just can't sit back and, you know, watch all of our kids get hurt as well as our community. Like, we need to rise together instead of being divided. And that's just how I feel. Because I love everyone and their children. The teachers are great. And they always, there's any problems, like they do call, they do communicate at their best of their ability. So to sit there and trash the staff and trash, you know, the community or the teachers that are here, we should be lucky because these people do show up day in and day out and they do take care of our children and they are shaping young leaders of this community and they're not perfect either. As parents, as friends, as sisters, brothers, whatever, nobody's perfect. And who are we to point fingers at anybody?
Right, that's it. 15.4, public comment session is closed. 16.0, consent agenda. Consent agenda items are expected to be routine and non-controversial. They will be acted upon by the board at one time without discussion. Board members may request that an item be removed from the consent agenda for later discussion. I'll make a motion to approve the consent agenda. Sorry, say Jen. Sorry. All right, all in favor? Aye. Any opposed? 17.0, personnel action report. Or personnel. 17.1, personnel action report. We have that we hired Jade. Instructional aid. Okay, I make a motion to approve the personnel action report. I'll second that. All in favor? Aye. Opposed? 18.0, discussion action items. 18.1, well, 18.1 is to approve the items that were removed from the consent agenda. We did not remove any items, so we don't have that. 18.2, discussion action, approve AR 3311. This is the policy that we've had for the last 3 months. That was a part of the March, March board policy update recommendations. Gina did some research for us as well. I reached out to CSBA as I said I would. This policy, as we have it here in our packet, the item 1.0 should say $75,000. It was wrong. This was an old version. So I propose that we approve, or we adopt, the regulation 3311 in regards to bids with the correction that a public project contract that involves an expenditure of $75,000 or more, we have to advertise for that purpose. But it is $75,000, not $50,000. $50,000 was years and years ago. $60,000 is what it has been for the last couple of years, and then just updated $75,000. So with that, that's what I propose. Anybody have any objections? Okay. I made a motion to approve the AR 3311. With the
$75,000 thing.
Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay. Also, discussion item 18.3, updated June board policies and August special policy update. This is our second read, so rather than putting it in the packet, and having another 700 pages, we just refer back to your September packets. In October, this is October. In November, we will come prepared to discuss whether or not we're going to adopt the proposals, drop the policies, whatever the case may be. 18.4, discussion, cell phone subcommittee updates. I have a very short update this time. And just even a lot of things this month, but Chris did send out all of the surveys. They are still open, but I think we've probably garnered about as much as we're gonna get from the community and the students. We haven't had any responses on. We do have good responses. So I'll be scheduling a meeting with our subcommittee to go over those responses and start making some progress moving forward on that. Do you have anything you want to add on it, Josh or Chris, as subcommittee members? Okay. 19.0, superintendent updates.
CQC building got the roof on. It's amazing. They started the site work and are on track to finish in December. All grades have completed the beginning of your benchmark assessments and the new and math program of piloting. There's a lot of clubs going and camps coming up. On the special ed front, SELPA is looking at switching from SACE to SIRIS for the information system. It will take a year to roll over, and our coordinator system will be leading that charge. In addition, the Mountain Valley JP Harris class that was hosted on our primary campus is closed due to low enrollment across the JPA. We are about 99% staffed, and our PTO is I will. So it's an information system for special ed for individual education plans, and that's where they're written and housed, and all of the documents that go with the special ed are housed in that information system. Our SELPA, which is the county-wide special ed governing body, not governing, governing body. They kind of lead the way in what practices we're using, and this information system is something they're going to be switching to. So we'll be switching county-wide to this new system called SIRIS instead of SACE. It would be a big job for our special ed people because we don't know how to use SACE and we don't know how to use SIRIS. But that's why I think that's weird to roll that over. County will roll that over.
Using the benchmark ratings.
Yeah, they'll provide lots of training.
Okay. Any other questions? All right. 20.0, business manager update.
Okay, so we adopted budget acquisition with the county office, they're still working on the audit. The annual audit, is scheduled for next week, our auditor is like, I will be constantly already trying to them. The report is to be ready by the end of the year, December. The green book in our contractors is everything. So I think there are other contractors that will have started right afterwards. And then we are going forward with things that your office is changing there. Staff received your work for one time on your 940 check. And next year, when those that the federal shutdown, partial shutdown happened,
questions? Thank you very much. 21.0 enrollment update as of October 3rd, 2025. 461 students in grade T through 8. This includes CDS and independent study homeschool students. 22.0 next meetings, November 12th, 2025, December 10th, 2025, and January 26th. We don't have that on there yet, as it will be, it's pending based on our organizational meeting in December, which we determine what our monthly cadence will be. As a reminder, board meetings, when we have closed session, we will have a 5 o'clock, 5:05 open session. This is elementary, but I think we're gonna, for the time being, proceed with it in the cafeteria. And then we will have our closed session. We're gonna continue to do that in classroom 1 going forward, rather than the library. And then at 6 o'clock, we will have an open session here in the cafeteria as well. 23.0, adjourn open session. Motion to adjourn open session. Yeah. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Thank you very much. All right.